Hi, I'm Jim Peters. I play Mack.
Okay, well, that's great. That's a big deal.
Especially with my big rig.
And he's not talking about his personality.
Actually, I have a big tractor trailer where the queen gets to ride in the back.
Yeah, so, tell us, who is Mac?
Just a
Big,
big old
fat red truck.
truck.
It's kind of ironic how Mac's name is what it is, and he's literally a Mac superliner.
Yeah, it's a good name for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going up to your kid and say, "Hey, kid," or
What's your name, kid?
"What's your name, kid?" Rock. Kid Rock. I don't actually know what Kid Rock's real name is, but anyone in the comment section, please tell us. Yeah, they'll be like, "No, bitch, you'll have to do it on Google." Go Google search that. But what would you say is your favorite thing about playing Mac?
He's always trying to help out.
And would you consider yourself that kind of guy?
Yep.
Guys, that's code for alcoholic. What? Workaholic. Damn it. I did not mean to say. Guys, he's not an alcoholic. Sometimes he is a workaholic though. He's like nodding his head like, oh. And how tall would you say Mac is? Like, have you ever seen a Mac superliner before? I'm sure you have. People who are on the highway.
Only like
8 feet tall, 10 feet tall.
no, like 20 feet tall. 10 feet tall.
Probably 10 feet tall, yeah. So just a few feet taller than you.
Oh no, it'd probably be about 20 feet then.
Yeah, I thought so. How many of the Cars movies have you seen? Yeah, you've seen all
3.
I can see your lips quiver like you're about to put F in 4. Like, Cars 4? Where McQueen dies and Cruz becomes the...
Mack becomes the star of the show.
And Mac becomes the star of the show. That would be Cars M. What's the M stand for? Mater. Mater kills Mac.
Actually, before when you asked me what's good about Mac, I was about to just describe what Mater does.
Oh yeah, Mac tows people everywhere. What does Mater do? He just see Mater on the freaking interstate just towing McQueen to the race. Rusty and Dusty will be like, "Where's Mac? He died. Who killed him?" Mater. Why else do you think he has those buck teeth? And what are your out of the trilogy of Cars? Which one's your favorite?
The last one.
And why do you say that?
I don't know. Actually, I like the first one.
Yeah, many people, with the exception of Amber Fillmore, and a few other people, actually say that Cars 2 is pretty good. I say Cars 2 is okay, but they just could have done a bit better. Dad's like, I only watched the movies for Mac.
Was I in Cars 3?
Yeah. Just wait till he actually does the voice of Mac, which is honestly just a deeper version of your own. Mac was in Cars 2, but he only had 2 lines. Huh?
How much lines did I have in 3?
In Cars 3? 10 lines, I think. Because he was kind of on the road with Cruz, McQueen, Luigi, and Guido throughout trying to become faster than Storm and all that. And how long would you say Mac's trailer is, as in width?
Or length? 60 feet long.
Is that making me feel insecure? But 60 feet long, you'd say? And how long would you say McQueen is in length? Probably like 6 feet long.
8 feet.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, he's based off of the Corvette C6, I think. So, and those things are pretty. 8 feet in car length isn't that long. As I'm just assuming. I'm no car expert. That's for Justin to know. But like Mac in total in length, both himself and the trailer attached, how long would you say that is? Probably like
70 feet.
Probably, yeah, 70 feet, because Mack is probably about like probably as long as you in length, in length, as in from head to toe, not as in something else. But so let's think about the cast of Cars. What let's focus on the actor who actually plays your character in the franchise. What are your views on John Ratzenberger?
Pretty good. I liked him in Cheers, and I like that he shows up in every Pixar movie.
Yeah, it's like they're like casting, they're like release of the next Pixar movie. They're in like after Soul, the next Pixar movie after Soul is like, okay, there we go. How'd you all like it? Where's John Ratzenberger? Shoot, we forgot to put him in.
He's even in Bug Life.
Yeah, it turns out I was just about to get to that. Thank you for reminding me. P.T. Flea is actually Ratzenberger's favorite role he ever did for Pixar. Who's your favorite Pixar role that Ratzenberger did? Since he did stuff like The Yeti, Ham, P.T. Flea.
Ham.
Yeah. Ham. Why do you say Ham?
I like that movie.
Yeah. Which one? It's a
three.
quadquel.
All four.
Yeah. What are your views on Owen Wilson?
Pretty good actor.
Oh, wow. You have no idea how much hate Cameron's going to give me for that. Then Owen shows up in the actual comments. Why'd you do that? What are your views on Larry the Cable Guy? Murderer.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Murdering tow truck. What do you think of Cheech Marin?
Pretty good actor.
Pretty good with like the stoner comedy. What was the name of his movie partner? Tommy something. Like the franchise that Cheech used to be in. It was like a stoner comedy. Yeah, Tommy Chung. What do you think of the late and great Paul Newman?
Really good.
Yeah.
Didn't you have the characters in there from the Car Talk?
Well, let me ask you about that. What do you think of Tom and Ray Magliazzi, who played Rusty and Dusty, the host of Car Talk?
That was fitting. They picked them for those two characters. That's good.
Yeah, because
that was good casting. So.
Yeah, because like if you look at the cars, they both look. Especially Rusty, he looks exactly like Tom. Rest in peace to him. Only Ray's still alive. He's 71 now, and he's on vacation in Florida, I think, or he could be back in Boston now. I don't know. Guys, tell me where I can stalk him. Tell me what you think of Jennifer Lewis, who plays Flo. I loved her in Blackish.
Yeah, it's pretty good in that.
Yeah. What do you think of Bonnie Hunt? Mom comes running up here.
Better say nice things about her.
So what do you think of Bonnie Hunt? Pretty
good actress.
Jim! What do you think of Bob Costas, who plays your brother's character, Bob Cutlass?
That was a good character cast.
I like how they clarify some of the characters' names, kind of like how they made Daryl Waltrip, Daryl Cartrip.
And then all the cars in the first movie had different names that were related to car.
I guess.
Things.
Yeah, like kind of like the back in the 50s, the kind of car Doc was on the circuit. It was known as the Fabulous Hudson Hornet. And Richard Petty's character, Strip Weathers, is called the King because that's what Richard Petty's called in the NASCAR world. And heck, Junior Johnson in Cars 3, who played Junior Moon is Junior Johnson after all. They both introduced drafting.
So what were some of the funniest things you've had people do?
This is your interview, not mine. But wait, what was it that you were saying?
What were some of the funniest things people said to you during their taping? How did I get myself into this?
I was just going to say, okay, so like Uncle Ron, who plays Cappy Hawkinsmith, you'll see him at the large Fairchild boxcar in the movie. My great Uncle Ron, who is my dad's Yeah. I don't know. Cabby was inspired by my great grandfather Howard.
Larry.
No. The last name of Cabby, Hawkinsmith, is the only part that Howard's really inspired by. His middle name is Hawkinsmith.
Oh.
But yeah, VA Bar and Cabby Hawkinsmith are both based off of great grandma Virginia and Howard because of the names and such. Oh yeah, here's some other characters. What do you think of Michael Keaton, who did Chick Hicks in the first film?
He's right up there. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What do you think of Tom Hanks, who played the Woody version, the carified Woody version in the drive?
Pretty funny.
Yeah. And what do you think of Tim Allen?
It's pretty good.
Tom Hanks, I love him. He's great. Tim Allen.
He's pretty good in TV shows.
Isn't it that one Home Improvement thing? He's literally playing a character named Tim. What do you think of George Carlin, the original Fillmore?
That was good voiceover before he passed away. So.
Yeah, he tonight's forecast dark. How much do you bet that hippy dippy weatherman character was the thing that made John Lasseter and Joe Ranft say, "Hey, he could be Fillmore." Now,
don't you have another favorite weather guy?
Your brother? No, he's shit. I'm just kidding.
Don't you have another favorite weather guy?
No.
Family Guy.
Ollie Williams? The black guy? It gonna rain. Thanks, Ollie. With the Blackie weather forecast. I'm not kidding. He works for the Blackie weather forecast. Now with Mack, there's this one scene that many devoted Cars fans know from the the first 30 minutes in, when Mack is driving down Interstate 40, and right before the delinquent road hazards, DJ, Boost, Wingo, and Snotrod come around to antagonize him in his sleep, and McQueen gets separated from him. Mack does a very interesting thing to keep himself awake. He starts literally blabbering and shaking his head on the freaking...
like looking at looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah, it's like he's just looking at himself. He was in the oil tanker. Good thing no one else was in that scene to actually watch him, because imagine if a little coupe comes driving up and just sees Mack and the coupe will slowly just go back in reverse and just slow back down. And how much do you bet that the hot rods in the first film that antagonized Mack in the beginning were hired by Chick Hicks to try and get McQueen late?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, in the video game, the DRH was hired by Chick to steal all of McQueen's cargo. What would you say is your favorite thing about Cliff Calvin, the mailman character that Ratzenberger played in Cheers?
Pretty good. Always like a...
Wasn't he...
Mr. Almost like a Mr. Encyclopedia.
That sounds like Ham. Is that why they made Ham the know-it-all?
Yeah.
But wasn't Cliff the guy in the bar that always would get picked on? I remember I watched this one clip of Cheers on Netflix where they were looking at tiny things and they're like, what name off a tiny thing that you would find in a bar?
Peanut.
Oh, peanut. Okay. Yeah. Hey, look at that peanut. It's the size of Cliff's brain. But let me just ask you these last few questions. What kind of gas does Mack take?
Diesel.
Obviously, because all trucks take diesel. I'm pretty sure... Wait. Where's Mack's gas tank?
Up in his cab. In the front part of his, or right behind his cab.
Oh, so like kind of where like a typical Superliner would have like the cables latching on.
Yeah, just down on the.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Just say that you know where it is and let's move on. Yeah, I honestly don't know where it is. You're gonna have to show me an actual Superliner. Where are we gonna get it? Especially in coronavirus quarantine right now. We can't really get. Imagine if, like, tomorrow a freaking Mack truck breaks down in front of our house, and then Dad's like, "Ryan, come here, I gotta show you something."
That's the diesel.
That's right there. See that little hole? Yeah. That's the diesel. No, that's the gas tank. I was about to say that in my John Lennon voice. That's the gas tank.
That's the fuel tank.
That's the fuel tank. Hey, Yono, come here. Wait. How come Yono can't hear me? Oh yeah, I'm dead. What's your favorite Pixar movie? It's like the scene in SpongeBob and Patrick. I would like
Inside Out.
Oh yeah, Inside Out's pretty good. John Ratzenberger played a character named Fritz in that, who was a brain cell. Yeah. And, like, what size tire do you think Mack wears?
Like 50s.
Big. That's, like, the way Guido learned English. He's like, hey, Guido, what size tire do you... What size tire do you wear? Petite? Wait, isn't that French? Damn it. Okay, if you want to make it the American English version, Guido, what size tire do you wear? Fucking small. Because, like, how... That's enough trial and error. What would you... Have you realized that in the 3 different Cars films, Mack's hat has had different paint jobs? In the first film, it was looking like an actual hat of a trucker.
I have an idea for you.
Oh.
For your next show. Like, back in the 1940s, they used to do, like radio shows. Mm-hmm. You had to kind of do sound effects and have, like, storylines going on.
Oh, no, a thunderclap. Get me the... Oh, dang, what's... Oh, no, a thunderstorm. Give me the Metamucilin.
Sheet metal.
Get the sheet metal and just... Don't worry, iMovie already has stock thunder noises, and I can easily steal some from YouTube. It's all free, so I'm not, like, getting in trouble for downloading these things. Kind of like with that website I told you about, Sound Resources. It's completely legal to do that. Download those things. Oh, what would you say, if you were a car, would you use Rusty's?
Yep. Would
you use it now if you were a car?
Yeah.
If you were a car, what kind of car would you be? A 1980 Mack Superliner.
BMW.
What kind of BMW? Not one of those, like, stupid little Isettas.
Yeah, like a big sedan.
Oh, kind of like thing that you'd find in, like... Oh, so, like, me and my family are big fans of Jeff Dunham. We went to go see him in November. I think I remember the exact date. November 6th, 2017? 16. And, like, one of the jokes that I saw in the video, Jose Jalapeno on a stick was not there, unfortunately. But whenever he put his cranky old man character Walter onto the stage, he was actually a bit more bulkier than I thought he was. But on one video they showed us, it was like an old show back in, like, the late 90s of Peanut, Jose, and Jeff on stage together. And Jeff asked Peanut, what makes you happiest in life? And Jose said, my BMW. And then Jeff said, oh, you have a BMW? See, where? In your garage. Oh, what does BMW stand for? Jose starts saying what the abbreviation means, and Peanut interrupts by saying, yeah, big Mexican woman. Imagine if they got Jeff Dunham in one of the Pixar movies. Unless if he's actually been in a Pixar movie and I just don't know. Let me actually think.
This would be good.
Yeah. You know, we've been actually, in an upcoming episode, I'm going to have Andrew play a character named Donald Trunk.
So who's been your favorite person to interview so far?
Guys, you don't see it, but he's like smiling and pointing at himself right now. I don't know. I had fun with all of them. Especially Andrew and Gavin's dual interview, where like the whole entire thing was just them arguing over which, like, whenever I asked them which Cars film was the best, Gavin's like, I like Cars 3 the best, and Andrew's like, I like the original one. Gavin, you have horrible taste in movies. You shall be shunned. But like, I now don't really want to put him on a group chat, even though it's gonna happen eventually.
So how did this work out that now I'm asking you questions?
Shit.
I guess I'm kind of leading the interview into the next interview.
I think it's because you've been in so many interviews already in life, you're like, I'm the captain now. Speaking of old lines like that, what are some of your older movies, since you've mentioned that Paul Newman is pretty good? What are some of your favorite older movies? Like of John Wayne or Paul Newman era?
Torn Curtain by Paul Newman.
Oh, we mentioned George Carlin earlier. What are some of your favorite George Carlin sketches? Mom said one of her favorites is the one where, like, if you're going somewhere, you need to pack a certain suitcase for every single trip.
I think I like the one where he talks about your stuff. You have stuff.
That's the one. I have plenty of favorite sketches Carlin did in his lifetime before he passed away, and Lloyd Sher became the voice of Fillmore. With the in-between after Carlin, with Brian George and Mark Silverman replacing him before Lloyd entered. But I like the Hippy Dippy Weatherman sketch. Brought to you by Parsons Pest Control. Do you have termites, water bugs, and roaches? Well, Parsons can help you get your rid of the termites and water bugs. They help you smoke the roaches. If you hear this cracking, I'm cracking my knuckles and such. If you audiences want to know. Yeah. Last few questions. There's only like 4 more questions left, I believe. We do this thing in voiceover. We do these family voiceover things where we turn off the audio and we dub it over with our own 3 voices. And
I usually fall asleep.
Yeah, he usually falls asleep. He usually has to blubber himself on the highway back asleep, back awake. It's like, it's like that scene in Madagascar 1 where Melman's like, I'm gonna get a good sleep. Screw you, David Schwimmer. David Schwimmer comes out. What did you just say? Oh, come on! I thought we were friends. But like, do you think it's appropriate or even just fair that in every single voiceover that we do of Pixar, you're always the John Ratzenberger character? You're always the John Ratzenberger guy. You're always Earl from The Good Dinosaur. You're always Mack. You're always Ham. You're always PT. You're always the Underminer. Behold the Underminer! Man, that was probably one of his shortest roles he ever done.
So was he in Up?
Yes, he was. He was the foreman. I think his name was Tom.
Squirrel.
My master made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel. Baby Apsy decided squirrel. It's many of my friends when I put on that alpha voice, people are always like, "How do you do that?" And I'm like, practice with that exact same voice crack. Practice. Next question, number 3. Okay.
For real?
No, that was a fake one. What did you think at the end of Cars 1 when Max said, "Wait a second here, they're just using the same actor over and over. What kind of a cut rate production is this?"
They did that in Monsters. Is that what you just said?
Huh?
I thought he also says that in Monsters, Inc.
No, wait. Let me try. So he was the Yeti, right? Yeah. Okay. So. No, but I do remember the Yeti saying, "Abominable! Look at me! Why not I'm not the happy snowman or the agreeable snowman for crying out loud? And why am I always the one?" Oh yeah, he said something kind of similar to what Mack said. But what did you think of that little jab Mack did at John?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like perfect fourth wall breaking. Second, do your voice of Mack. Falls asleep.
I'm trying to figure out how to say it again.
If only these interviews were video filmed, they just like a damn penguin, just like do that face all the time. And as you see, the penguins make their. Who was that? Morgan Freeman. I may be an atheist, but Morgan Freeman is a god to me. It's like.
Come on, McQueen, let's get going.
No, not wow at all. But yeah, he can only really do it when he's like in the moment and actually staring at a script. You have a paper, even if it's a blank sheet of paper, his voice just turns into immediate John Ratzenberger. You'll hear him in the.
I'm not casting anything.
I'm not casting anything. It's like, what are you? So, Jim, I hear that...
Oh, crap. I knew I left somebody out of the movie.
So, Jim, I hear your son hired you for a movie. You're playing John Ratzenberger's character? Yeah, I'm playing Mack the Truck. And what was your most recent line that you did?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh yeah, and so there's this upcoming episode that will be all done hopefully on a Zoom call. And it's called Pro War or Pro Love. You already told me that you're pro love, which is basically the same as pro peace. The survey I sent out was, are you pro war or pro peace? And you said, basically everyone in your family is a pacifist. Yeah, we all drive VW vans. I'm just kidding. He drives a, what the hell's that? Hyundai Sonata. What year? 2016. It's a shit ass car. What's the other car that has like a broken? What's the other car that we have that's like broken?
Chevy Equinox.
Sad little horn.
That's the Hyundai. We used to have a Jeep Cherokee.
I love that Jeep. I especially love the Sunlight. Although I hated our Honda Equinox. It was too bulky. You heard that, right? It doesn't hurt. Amber is what is known as a crack addict, as in hearing bone crack. She's not like a crack addict. But she is, she likes I'm not kidding, whenever we're like hanging out, all she watches are chiropractor videos and just immediately gets like, it's like an anxiety soother for her. She's probably gonna like beat my ass with a karate move whenever like this is done.
You could cut this out.
No, all of this is going in. I'm okay if that ends up happening. But in that episode that I was telling you about, the pro war and pro love one, Mack will have two dogs. The first one being killed by a scream banshee. Her name will be Fena. She's a husky, although Fena is Slovak for bitch. And then he also has at the end of them, Fena gets replaced with with a beagle named Bitsia. I did not say that in the way of bitch. It's actually a foreign version of Betsy, which is, Sally's actress's nickname. Now, just so we can sign off in the next few seconds, any other things that you would like to say about Mack or John Ratzenberger?
Just that he can't wait to keep acting in some of your plays that you do here.
Oh, you. Okay, I was like, have you been texting people on Twitter again? I would love it to have John Ratzenberger come to our house and be like, "Oh, we're doing a Pixar themed episode. Let's do it." I can't.
I'm on Twitter with the writer from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Who?
The person who wrote the screenplay for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Have you ever talked to them? I grab you by the collar.
Yeah, but you talked.
Right.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I have talked to Paul. Wait, dang it, that was John. All the Beatles' voices sound the same.
He also talked to...
I talked to Larry the Cable Guy earlier.
I thought you talked to not Rambo, but...
Who the hell? Sylvester Stallone? I want to talk to the guy.
I thought you talked to him.
No.
Oh.
Although I think what you're talking about is that I follow Schwarzenegger on Snapchat.
Oh, you talked to him?
No. Or should I say, no. Get to the chopper. Wasn't he the governor of SAC?
California.
Yeah. Oh, so the whole entire state. Okay. Now finally, give us your sign off.
Come on, Mack. Let's go. Come on, McQueen. Let's go.
Damn it. Okay, wait, do that again.
Come on, McQueen. We gotta go.
Who are you?